Back with the founder of the Reconnection, Dr. Eric Pearl. All right, so we have Maria who was up here, and you were just going to give us an idea of how Maria can, or how energy can be used.
I'll show you how it works, because this is energy and everything is energy. Maria, would you show the people, hold your hands like this, like this, like this. Show them how much your hands close. Okay, and hold your hands up. So this is how much Maria has been able to close her fingers.
Do you have arthritis, Maria, by any chance? Okay, arthritis.
Oh, by any chance?
Yeah, just
for about how long have you had that?
16 to 20
16 or 20 years. Hold your fingers open for me. Just open them just like that. Perfect. Now when I bring my hands in here, just as I did with you, my arms begin to float. And Maria's fingers, well, you either feel nothing, Maria, or you feel something. You tell us.
Feels warm.
Feels a warmth. And my hands, however, are
Cold.
Very cold. So you hold your hands just like that for me. Everything is energy. We are energy. Our essence is energy. Our body is energy. The chair is energy. But we're learning how to access more expanded forms of energy. Energy gets weaker with distance, but you'll notice as I pull away, you can see more, because this reconnective healing is a way to transcend complex energy healing techniques and access another more comprehensive dimension of who we are. Close your fingers for me. Just close your fingers. So what I can do is I can gently rest my hands on her hand. And I allow myself to feel, to tune in, to feel sensation. That's all. Just to feel, just to feel, just to feel. Open your hand. Close your fingers again. Good. Open.
Oh, you closed them.
Close.
You
hold
closed?
them there. Hold them there. Hold them there. Now, if we spent a little more time, we might work on it.
Yeah.
So I just played a little bit around here. This finger didn't close yet. I understand. I probably would if I taught you how to do this work.
Right.
We teach all around the world, 45 weeks a year.
And what is it you're teaching us?
It's called Reconnective Healing. Close your fingers for me. Hold your hands there. Hold your hands there. I didn't even work with that hand. Look at it. Can you see that on the camera? When was the last time you were able to do that? A long time.
A long time.
The body is intelligent. It knows what you need and where.
And this is good for, it's done.
Most likely, this will be lifelong. Most likely, you bump into her and say, weren't you on the Deborah Duncan show 20 years ago? And she's going to go, yep, that was me.
Okay.
We teach, by the end of an extended weekend of teaching you how to do this, I can promise you pretty much two things, which are A, you will be able to do, anything and everything in the way of healing that I can do. And two, you will be able to do anything and everything in the way of healing, energy healing, that any human being anywhere on this planet can do, no matter their training, their lineage, or everything else, to the degree that you are willing to let go of complex techniques and fear-based protections and rituals.
All right. Who's on the phone, Michael? We have Sharon on the phone. Good morning, Sharon. Sharon, can you hear me? All right. Let's see if we can get Sharon in a second. But this email question from Laura says, is there anything that reconnective healing can't treat?
You know, when I was asked in the beginning, does reconnective healing work all the time? I used to say it seems to be about 70% of the time, because I associated working with, did the person's intended results come about for them? But I've started to discover that if you're lucky, your healing comes in the form you anticipate. If you're truly lucky, it comes in a form you haven't even dreamed of. And really, when we step back and look, virtually everyone seems to have a healing. It either comes in the package they expect or one that the universe has designed for you.
Okay, and I want to wrap up by saying that if someone comes in and feels like they've had this energy source and they have a cancer, you're not saying don't go back and check with your doctor.
Never.
You're not saying don't use conventional methods.
Never discard or disregard your doctor's advice. I believe very strongly that you need to follow your medical doctor's direction or instruction. Now, that doesn't mean if you don't agree with your medical doctor that maybe you shouldn't find one whose thinking is more in alignment with yours, but you should always follow medical advice. But many, many times when medicine doesn't work, this does, and we've trained.
Or in conjunction
I've
with
trained
other
close to
things.
100,000 people around the world. A good 20,000 of them are mainstream healthcare practitioners. I talk at the United Nations. We teach at hospitals, universities, to governments, and a good 20,000 or so of the people who've learned this work are mainstream medical doctors, nurses, healthcare practitioners, even medical researchers.
And I will tell you, I'm not 100% sold, but I got to tell you what I do appreciate is the fact that we are so quick to jump on things like the surgery and the medicine, and so quick to
Close your hands.
denounce things
Close your
that
hands.
don't make sense to us.
You're not
This-
100% sold?
I gotta.
What is this?
I
Is this
just-
mind over matter? What is that?
That's pretty amazing. She's saying that she's been a long time since she's closed her hands, and then
16 to 20 years,
yeah,
just a
and then
week.
17 years over here, and then lifting their arms. I said, do you just need a little bit more research? I probably need to read the book. Is that what it needs to-
Maybe
Yeah.
it's a great idea. And the book itself, The Reconnection, the last portion of it will give you a basic how-to so you can begin to learn it yourself. But it's like reading a book on hairdressing or dentistry.
Yeah.
You'll take better care of your hair and teeth, but if you really want to become a dentist or a hairstylist, it's good to take the actual course.
All right. Well, don't forget to log on to Facebook and let us know. Do you believe we are too quick to depend on the pills and surgery we talked about to solve our health problems? We'll share some of your comments later on in the show. Thank you very much. If
Thank
anything,
you.
opens our eyes to a different way of looking at how to deal with our health.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for allowing me to be on the show, and thank you for allowing me to play with your fingers.